we want to do. Yeah, we've been in trouble before, me and him. Madam Secretary, well, I've called a meeting to order first. And Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Senator Funky Fromeyer.
Present.
Senator Howell. Senator Webb. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Here.
Representative Thomas.
Present.
Co-Chair Frazier Gordon.
Yes, ma'am.
Chair Girdler.
Aye, here. We do have enough for a quorum. If I can get a motion for approval of minutes. Got a motion from Brother Thomas. Got a second from second from my co-chair. Nobody disagrees, we'll say approved as read or approved as presented. Catherine's got some information items that we're going to go over.
Pursuant to KRS 45812 sub 1 through their fiscal agents, 11 school districts, none of which needed additional tax levies to pay debt service, reported outstanding debt issues to finance new projects. The school districts were Ballard County, Bell County, Fort Thomas Independent and Campbell County, Franklin County, Hardin County, Hart County, Hazard Independent and Perry County, Morgan County, Oldham County, Paris Independent and Bourbon County, and Russell County. Pursuant to KRS 45A-182, UK reported its intent to use the design build project delivery method for its Construct UK Healthcare Cancer Treatment Center and Ambulatory Outpatient Center Thermal Utility Tunnel Subproject, a utility tunnel under South Limestone to provide utility connections west of South Limestone to existing campus infrastructure. Pursuant to KRS 45-811-116-6A, the Division of Real Properties advertised for lease space in either Barron or Warren counties, Leslie County, and Wayne County.
All right, thank you. Now, Elizabeth, I had to call her down when I first came in. She was trying to act up a little bit. So we need to roll.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we're going to try to roll these together. So if I can get a motion to do such.
Motion.
Got a motion, co-chair. Second from Brother Walker Thomas. You may proceed.
Okay, good afternoon, Chair Girdler. Thank you for allowing us, first of all, to spend the day with you on your birthday.
All right, thank you.
But just as importantly, my name is Jennifer Fraker. I'm the Director of Government Relations at the University of Kentucky, and I've brought the expert, Elizabeth. She's going to be on her best behavior. She's our Senior Director of Strategic Capital Planning and Legislative Analysis at the university. And pursuant to KRS 45763 and 45A0777, we're here today to report two public-private partnerships, P3 delivery methods for the University of Kentucky capital projects. The first item on your agenda relates to the construction or improvement of student housing, which was authorized in the 2024-26 Executive Branch Budget Bill, House Bill 6. The project will be Phase 4 of the university's initiative to expand and improve housing that started in 2011. Over the past 13 years, through our partnership with Greystar, formerly known as EDR, the university has improved or added more than 6,800 beds across 14 new residence halls. As the university continues to experience record enrollment and demand for living on the university's campus is at an all-time high. Again, there's no requirement for undergraduate students to live on campus, but about 85% of first-year students choose to live in the residence halls, as well as an increasing number of returning students. Accordingly, the public-private partnership continues to be an appropriate method given its success and the university's desire to continue to expand its housing stock quickly. Since this continues our existing partnership award through an RFP issued in 2011, we did not request proposals for this project. The project will include construction of a 4-story residence hall on the site of previously demolished Kerwin Blanding Complex that sat on central and south portions of the campus, and extend the number of new improved beds on campus to approximately 7,500. The new facility will include approximately 650 beds, dedicated study rooms, multi-purpose social spaces, laundry rooms, kitchens, and administrative spaces for both Residence Life staff and Gray Star staff. The university must approve all plans and specifications of the facility. Gray Star is then responsible for all cost of construction and fit-up of the facility, which is estimated to total $81 million. Scheduled completion of the facility is July 2026, just in time for the occupancy of the 2026-27 academic year. Gray Star, at its sole cost, will be required to always maintain the facility in first-class condition, budgeting funds and making specific allocations for short and long-term repairs, replacements, and capital improvements pursuant to a schedule that is reviewed and updated periodically in collaboration with the university. The university will receive an annual lease income of approximately 7.25% of total gross revenue generated from the facility, and when applicable in any year, 25% of net revenues over and above certain thresholds. Initial student rental rates will be 105% of existing rates, and rate increases will be limited to the greater of either 4%, a rate of increase in student rental rates of premium-owned, university-owned housing for the corresponding academic year, or student resident rent consumer price index percentage increases. Gray Star may not mortgage, pledge, or encumber the facilities on property, and using its share of the revenue, the university will provide residence life programming, including residence advisors and a resident hall director. So that's the first item.
First item, anybody got any questions on the first item? Representative Petrie.
Thank you, Chair. So if I'm understanding the setup correctly, is there anything that's left for UK to be responsible for? It almost sounds like it's going to operate. It takes a cut to do the operations. The remainder of the money goes over to Gray Star, who's underwriting the entire project, long-term, P3. Are you left with, it sounds like they're also taking care of short-term and long-term, which would mean systems and replacements, rehabs. They're maintaining the casualty insurance on the property, replacement, so is there anything that UK's left holding except for just making sure it's operational?
As far as the facility goes, no, they handle all that.
Okay.
And it's 100% equity.
Very good. Thank you.
All right, proceed on to the next one.
Okay, the second item relates to cancer ambulatory parking for UK healthcare. On your agenda item, it's retail parking facilities 1 and 2, which were authorized in the 2022-24 Executive Branch Budget Bill, House Bill 1. As part of a critical expansion to serve both oncology and some subspecialty spine patients, UK Healthcare broke ground last month on a new UK Cancer and Advanced Ambulatory building located across from the Albert B. Chandler Hospital on South Limestone. The 550,000 square foot facility will become the new home to UK Markey Cancer Center, Kentucky's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, as well as a comprehensive spine center, ambulatory surgery space, and other outpatient services. Currently, Markey's outpatient services are located in 6 different areas across the UK Chandler Hospital campus. The new facility will bring Markey Cancer Center's outpatient clinics and oncology support services under one roof, providing convenience for patients and fostering collaboration among Markey clinicians and researchers. So in support of this project, and in order to provide ease of access to patients, the university plans to utilize a P3 construction delivery method to construct a 10-story parking structure for approximately 2,400 vehicles. The parking structure will provide direct access to the new UK Healthcare Cancer Treatment Ambulatory Outpatient Center for patient convenience at no cost to the patients. Both the Cancer and Advanced Ambulatory building and the adjacent parking structure are slated for completion in 2027. Signet Real Estate Group was previously selected as developer through a competitive bidding process for the Cornerstone project, and the agreement between Signet and UK allowed for the university to partner with Signet on future parking projects. Based on the results of the Cornerstone project, UK Healthcare has chosen to partner with Signet again as a P3 structure. Signet provides expertise while also assuming risk associated with the development, construction, and delivery of the project. Based on UK's experience in working with P3 partners and on other construction projects, the expertise of the P3 developer has proven successful in delivering more expeditiously and of high quality on these types of delivery facilities. Since this continues our existing partnership awarded in 2018, again, we did not request proposals for this project. The project cost is estimated at $120 million and will be financed using a combination of tax-exempt and taxable lease purchase obligations with a term not to exceed 30 years. The university will own the land and lease the project site to Signet via a ground lease with a term of 30 years. The university and Signet will also enter into a facilities lease for a term of 30 years or the length of the financing term of the obligations, whichever terminates sooner. The university will provide a subordinate pledge of its general receipts to the financing in the P3 structure, and by providing this pledge, the university anticipates a more favorable interest rate of the obligations than without the pledge. Ownership of the project then will revert to the university at the conclusion of the financing term.
Any questions on that? You're good. Elizabeth, you have any questions or anything?
Nope,
All right.
unless you want me to.
No, that's all right. We got to get out of here.
Okay.
If I entertain a motion that we proceed. Got Representative Thomas, second from my good friend from Grayson, Kentucky. Thank you. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Howell. Senator Webb.
Can I explain my vote?
Yes, you can.
I'm voting fine, actually, but I just want to say to Beth, she lost her daddy. I've not seen her since she lost.
Oh, I didn't know
Was,
that.
my first landlord and one of my best friends when this young lawyer moved to Hazard, and I just love her and her family so much, and I just wanted to.
Sorry, Beth.
Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Here. That's a yes.
Representative Thomas.
Aye.
Co-Chair Fraser Gordon.
Yes.
Chair Girdler.
I'm here too, and I vote aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, the lady with the lazy boy is coming up. We have to roll anything? If we can roll these 6 projects together, save us a little time.
Motion.
Got a motion for co-chair? Second from dear friend, Ms. Funky Fromeyer. Any objections? No objections? You, Janice, you may proceed.
Thank you. As y'all see on the agenda, I have 3 new federal fund projects. I have 1 emergency amendment project, and then the remaining of the projects are projects that are reported that are in excess of $1 million. So I'll start with the first 3 federal fund projects.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
The first 3 projects are new federal fund projects. Well, first of all, I think I'm supposed to introduce myself. My name is Janice Thomas, Deputy State Budget Director.
If you're spending that kind of money, you better introduce yourself.
I got ahead of myself a little bit. The first 3 projects are new federal fund projects authorized pursuant to KRS 45760, Paren 7 for the Department of Military Affairs. There is the Bluegrass Station Warehouse Building 415 HVAC installation project in the amount of $2,160,000, funded with 100% federal funds from the United States Army Corps of Engineers and Consequent Management Support Center funds. The next project is the Ashland Readiness Center project in the amount of $2.2 million, funded with 75% federal National Guard Bureau and Operations Maintenance funds, with the other 25% state funds from the 22-24 Armory Installation Facilities Maintenance Pool. The Ashland RC Readiness Center was constructed in 1948. This project will be a renovation, upgrade to the exterior to include tuck point and seal, new anti-terrorism force protection windows, work to address water infiltration from exterior sub-grade walls, and also to address humidity issues in the sub-basement and address site drainage issues. The third military affairs project is the Boone National Guard Center G1 Building 124 project in the amount of $2.1 million, funded with 50% federal funds from the National Guard Bureau and Operations Maintenance Fund via the cooperative agreement, and 50% from the 2224 Armory Installation Facilities Maintenance Pool. The G1 Building 124 was constructed in 1960. This project will be a renovation upgrade to the interior to include latrines, lactation room, electrical, HVAC modifications, new wall and floor finishes, lighting, reconfiguration of office space, and also address exterior water infiltration and subgrade wall. Those are the three for military affairs. Would you like me to continue?
Let's, got any questions on this? No, we're gonna go ahead and, get a motion, get a second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer. Aye. Senator Howell. Senator Webb. Aye. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Yes.
Representative Thomas.
Aye.
Co-Chair Frazier Gordon. Yes. Chair Girdler.
Aye. Now you may proceed with those 6 information.
Thank you. I'm going to be reporting on the Kentucky Department of Education, Kentucky School for the Blind, Evans Hall Emergency Water Damage Restoration Project Amendment in the amount of $566,900, which brings the total cost of the project to $2,220,900, and is funded with a combination of insurance proceeds and the 2224 maintenance pool funds. This project is for the remediation of burst fire suppression lines on the 2nd floor, ceilings, walls, and floors on the 1st and 2nd floors of Evans Hall Dormitory located in Jefferson County. This project includes replacing electrical wires, cables, and doors, painting, lighting, and floors in the dormitory. This project was originally reported to this committee in February of 23 in the amount of $1,654,000 funded with insurance proceeds. This $566,900 is a scope increase. Once the repair work began, other areas were identified for the repairs, renovation, and replacement. Therefore, the maintenance pool will cover the costs of those not covered by the insurance proceeds. The authority for this project is pursuant to KRS 45.7501G and KRS 45.780.
All right. Any questions? No questions? Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you. And then the last 5 projects are pool projects.
All right, that's good.
The authority for these projects is pursuant to the House Bill 1, Part 2, Paragraph 4. There are 2 for the Justice and Public Safety Cabinet, Department of Corrections. First is the Luther Luckett Correctional Complex HVAC Replacement and Special Management Unit in the amount of $2,339,428, funded with $2,139,428 from the 2224 maintenance pool and $200,000 from the 2022 maintenance pool. The Luther Luckett Special Management Building, HVAC, is having issues with properly heating and cooling the building. This project includes replacement of all existing equipment and ductwork, install new air handling equipment, and convert the heat portion to natural gas. Increase the zone controls so that the separate floors and control center can be individually controlled and airflow can be regulated. The next Department of Corrections project is the Western Kentucky Correctional Complex Repair Replacement Kitchen Drain Lines. Project amount is $4,217,000 funded from the 2022-24 maintenance pool. This project includes removal of replacement of the waste, vent, domestic water piping system serving the kitchen and dishwashing areas. All piping, drains, and plumbing fixtures in the kitchen and surrounding areas will be removed and replaced. Ceilings, floors, and walls will be removed and replaced to accommodate the piping replacement. Light fixtures, receptacles will be removed and replaced. A new concrete slab and epoxy non-slip floors will be provided to the renovation space. The next 2 projects are with the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, Behavioral Health, Developmental, and Intellectual Disabilities. First is the Central State Hospital Building Automation System Upgrade in the amount of $1,302,600 is funded from the 22-24 maintenance pool. This project will enhance the capabilities of heating and ventilation system to manage humidity, conserve energy, and provide additional energy savings. Other offices located on the Central State Hospital building, including the State Medical Examiner, Jefferson County Coroner, and others will benefit from this project. Next is the Western State Hospital Building Patient Safety Enhancement Upgrade in the amount of $1,756,130 funded from the 22-24 maintenance pool. This project would allow for the reconfiguration of existing space to improve the admissions process and provide adequate spacing for clients. And the last project I have to report today is with the Energy and Environment Cabinet, Department of Environmental Protection, the state-owned dam repair Clements Lake project in the amount of $1,008,200 funded from the 2022 state-owned dam repair. This project will make critical repairs to this high-hazard dam that were identified during the investigations and design analysis. And that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Any questions? We got a question, Representative Petrie.
Thank you, Chair. The Energy and Environment Cabinet, Department of Environmental Protection, Clements Lake. Am I missing something, or was that $8,200 over the $1 million limit? Or is there more to it? It was the very last one.
Yeah, it's $8,200
It was
over the
$8,200
million.
over the limit. Okay, that's what I want to make
Sharp
sure.
eye. You
I
got
just
it.
want to make sure. Thanks, so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you.
All right, we got a couple of lease reports and some fund requests. Can we roll these into one vote? Got a motion, co-chair? Need a second. Got a second, Representative Petrie. I think Natalie.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
All right. You may
Thank you.
proceed.
Thank you so much and good afternoon. My name is Natalie Bronner and I'm the Director of the Division of Real Properties. So the first item I have today is for Cabinet for Health and Family Services. It's a lease renewal and per KRS 568232. I'm presenting this. It's a same terms and conditions lease, PR 4849 in Clark County at $10 per square foot or $109,460 annually through June 30th, 2025. The second item is for the Division of Probation and Parole and per KRS 568234. I'm presenting PR 5586, which is for 84 parking spaces at $106 per space per month for an annual total of $106,787 annually. This is up from the previous annual total of $101,040. Pardon me. This lease resulted from a rate increase request from Louisville Metro, and it's entered into per KRS 56805. As far as the tenant improvement fund request, for KRS 813-2D, I'm reporting two leasehold improvements requested by the Personnel Cabinet for the Living Well Health Clinics in the Mayo Underwood building located at 500 Miro Street, Frankfort, Kentucky, which is PR 5537, and the 300 building located at 300 Sauer Boulevard in Frankfort, Kentucky also, which is PR 5411. Due to the need for uninterrupted refrigeration for medical storage, the tenant improvements were requested to connect corresponding circuits to emergency power in each building. 3 quotes were obtained for each building, and the agency recommended the low bid as submitted by CRM companies for $1,155 per building. Any questions?
Got any questions? Got a question. All right.
I've got a question on the parking lease. So was that at the request of the people that own the parking lot requested a rate increase?
So we added parking spaces to that lease last year, and I believe there were 44 at $95 per space per month, and the requested increase was for $106 for the other remaining parking spaces. So it's just bring them all up to the 106 per month per space. Does that answer your question?
It does. It does.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Any other questions? All right, I'll entertain a motion. A motion from Brother Thomas. Second. From Miss Robin. All right, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Funky Pearlmeyer. Aye. Senator Howell. Senator Webb. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Yes.
Representative Thomas.
Aye.
Co-Chair Frazier Gordon.
Yes.
Chair Girdler.
Aye. Thank you, Ms. Bronner. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we're going to go to the Financial Management, Kentucky Infrastructure Authority. And Sandy, you out there?
Sir.
Oh, there she is. We're gonna do all these individually. Have you got anything to say, Sandy, or not?
However you would.
Let's roll them. Let's roll them all together then. Yeah, we got a motion to roll. We got a second from Senator Webb. You may proceed.
Thank you, Chair Girdler and members of the committee. I'm Sandy Williams, Executive Director with the Kentucky Infrastructure Authority. Pursuant to KRS 224A100, the authority does have 2 loans and 26 grants for the committee's review today. First up, under our Clean Water State Revolving Fund, the Louisville and Jefferson County Metropolitan Sewer Districts Fund A Emerging Contaminants Loan. Their increase of just over $2.5 million will provide additional funding for their Patty's Run flood pumping station and capacity improvements project. The original emerging contaminants loan was approved by the KIA board on August 3rd, 2023, and this project is receiving funding over multiple funding cycles. The increase will bring the total loan amount to $3,663,180. The original terms and conditions will remain the same. This loan will receive 100% principal forgiveness and was approved at the May 9th KIA board meeting. The principal forgiveness component is set as a requirement of the federal grant that KIA receives through US EPA. Next up is our Fund B Infrastructure Revolving Fund. The City of Somerset's Fund B loan in the amount of $4,938,800 is for their Pittman Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant Improvements Project. This loan will supplement an existing Fund A loan that was approved in August 2021 and along with an EDA grant. The original scope of the project increased to address new items at the plant and the pretreatment facility, and the project also has experienced increases in both equipment and labor costs. This project includes constructing a new solids handling system. Also included is construction of a new screening system, septage receiving station, and an influent metering manhole. There will be SCADA, electrical, and instrumentation upgrades as well. This will be a 20-year loan with a 0.5% interest rate and was approved at KIA's May 9th board meeting. And moving on to the grants, we do have 26 grants this month. From round 1 of the Cleaner Water Program, that's under Senate Bill 36 of the 2021 session, there are 10 grants split evenly between water and wastewater. 2 sewer grants are allocations from the supplemental pool, and there are 3 reallocations from the county allocation pool. 2 of the water grants are allocations from the supplemental pool, and 3 are reallocations from the county allocation pool. From round 2 of the Cleaner Water Program, that's under House Bill 1 of the 2022 session, there are 16 grants, 12 representing water projects, 4 representing wastewater projects. The sewer grants consist of 1 allocation from the supplemental pool and 3 reallocations from the county allocation pool. Looking at the water projects, there are 9 allocations from the supplemental pool and 3 reallocations from the county allocation pool. And Representative Girdler, I believe 2 of the projects are in your district.
Thank you.
And that's our report today,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Me and Sandy's on first name basis. Thank you. If there's no questions, especially about those 3 that me and you have already talked about, can I get a motion we accept this?
Against my better judgment.
Senator Webb agrees with me and you, Sandy. We got a motion. Got a second? Got a second, Brother Thomas. Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Howell. Senator Webb. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Yes.
Representative Thomas. Co-Chair Frazier Gordon. Chair Girdler.
Always do a double I if I really like it, so it's a double I. Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
it. We're going to move on to Economic Development Fund grants, and we're going to roll these together if I can get a motion. Get a motion to roll together by co-chair. Need a second. Second, Mr. Funky Fromeyer. No one disagrees, and double K, just 1 K today. Somebody took a vacation.
It is the last day of school and they had a promotion ceremony today.
Oh, well, we got
so
somebody leaving early for.
it's a very important day to
Yes,
celebrate.
it is. Yes, it is. Definitely. You may proceed.
Thank you. I'm
1K.
Katie. I'm 1K. Katie Smith, Deputy Secretary of the Cabinet for Economic Development. Today we have 2 KPDI EDFs for you to review. The first is the City of Dawson Springs, on behalf of the West Hopkins Industries Incorporated, was approved by KEDFA for a $2 million KPDI EDF grant to complete a 28-acre land grading and site readiness preparations, as well as to construct a 100,000 square foot spec building. Matching funds are provided from the city, and the total potential investments for this project is $4 million. The second one we have is Fulton County Fiscal Court, on behalf of the Hickman-Fulton County Riverport Authority, was approved for a project with a potential investment of over $4.1 million. It'll replace the conveyor system and provide related upgrades to that riverport. Matching funds are also provided through the riverport, and the project was approved by KEDFA for a $500,000 KPDI EDF grant. Both projects were identified by an independent site selection consultant as having the potential for future investment or location of an economic development project. Both projects were also recommended by the Secretary of the Cabinet for Economic Development and concurred by the Secretary of the Finance and Administration Cabinet. They were also both approved by KEDFA at its meeting in April on the 25th and at the State Property and Buildings Commission meeting on May 16th.
All right. Anybody have any questions? No questions. Can I get a motion we approve? We got a question from Senator Funky Fromeyer.
Thank you, Katie. On these projects,
Motion.
are there specific parameters that we're currently working on projects? These projects fill within certain parameters, and I'm still going to claim to be fairly new. And knowing that as we're parsing out dollars for economic development projects, maybe they come in certain themes or certain types of projects?
These are being funded and recommended for approval under round 2 of the KPDI program. And I can't remember if it's now called the KPDI program of 2022 or if it's just the KPDI program. Just the KPDI program. So there was $100 million authorized in the prior budget, and so we're still accessing those funds, and we'll continue to approve under that program and those round 2 of that program probably through the end of this year. So the criteria and the scoring was all done by that independent consultant, and it looks at return on relative impact, return on investment, potential return on investment from the project. So that's all the scoring criteria, and that was similar to what was looked at and reviewed under round 1 as well.
And then once we finish this, I know that we did some work on this last budget cycle in the legislative session. Are those criteria already begun to be pursued? Projects are being pursued or considered
We will be working on KPDI of 2020 program of 2024. Sorry, there's we'll be working on that new program later this year and rolling it out. That will have it was $35 million per year over the next, or per fiscal year over the next biennium. And that does have a few additional tweaks to it, changes into the local match and some of the requirements. So we'll be rolling that out, like I said, later this year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We've got a first and a second, and if no other questions, will Madam Secretary please call the roll?
Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Webb. Oops. Senator Howell. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Yes.
Representative Thomas. Co-Chair Frazier Gordon.
Yes.
Chair Girdler.
Aye. Thank you, Katie. Now we're going to do no actions required, but we're going to have Billy Aldridge. Billy, you're brand new. You may proceed. Put the mic on.
Thank you. My name is Billy Aldridge with the Office of Financial Management, and two informational items to present today. The first is the Turnpike Authority of Kentucky is scheduled to issue Economic Development Road Revenue Refunding Bonds, Revitalization Project 2024 Series A, in an amount not to exceed $133 million to refund the 2010 Series B bonds. The preliminary new issue bond report notes approximately $128 million of bonds with a June 6th sale date and a June 27th close, but the financing schedule has been updated to close on July 2nd. The expected all-in true interest cost is 3.216%, and the net PV savings is $570,000. Dinsmore is bond counsel, and J.P. Morgan is senior managing underwriter. And additional information about the financing team and the plan is in the packet.
We have any questions beyond that? All right. Now we're going to move on to some action, or you got one more to do?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Second informational is Northern Kentucky University, which sold $24 million of general receipts refunding bonds 2024 Series A on April 4th. The transaction closed on April 25th. Bond proceeds are being used to refund certain outstanding Northern Kentucky University 2014 Series A bonds with a present value savings of approximately $2.15 million, or almost 8% of the refunded bonds. This was a competitive sale with an all-in TIC of 3.231%. KeyBank Capital Markets was the successful bidder. Additional details are in the packet, and happy to take any questions.
Any questions? Nope. Now we got some action items, and we need to roll those forward together if we can, if I can get a motion. A motion from co-chair. Need a second? A second from Senator Webb. You may proceed.
Thank you. SFCC submitted 4 projects seeking approval this month. All 4 are new money financings with no tax increases necessary to finance the projects. In aggregate, the $52.5 million of bonds will be funded 4.6% by SFCC funds, or $2.4 million, and 95.4% by local funds, or just over $50 million.
All right. Any questions? No questions. Got a motion? Got a motion from my co-chair. Second from Mr. Thomas. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Senator Funky Fromeyer. Senator Howell. Senator Webb. Representative Herron. Representative Petrie.
Yes.
Representative Thomas. Co-Chair Frazier Gordon.
Yes.
Chair Girdler.
Aye. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. We have the remaining calendar printed out for us, but the next meeting is June the 20th, and the pretty co-chair gets to do this and not the ugly one. So, June 20th on a Thursday. And we're adjourned.
Good job.
Thank you. Now,